Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Underlying Issue podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the underlying issue of school shootings. Today, I have Dr. Melissa Reeves with me, and she is a school psychology professor at Winthrop University and a co-author of the National Association of School Psychologists Prepare School Crisis Prevention and Intervention Curriculum. So let's get started, Dr. Reeves, with our first question. So, do school shooters typically fit a certain profile?
No, that's one of the biggest myths out there, is there is no profile of, or any way to really predict if someone's going to be a school shooter. It's much, much more complex, and it's a combination of a lot of different variables. And while there's some common characteristics with some, there's not enough commonalities to be able to develop anything even closely to being along the lines of a profile or being able to do prediction.
That's very interesting. So it really could be anybody, which leads me to my next question. Could you talk about some of the K-12 crisis prevention programs in place in schools?
We talk about two different things in regards to school safety, kind of two big umbrellas. One is called physical safety, and that is making sure that we have really good crisis and emergency operations plans in place and looking at accessibility to your buildings and how you use supervision and natural surveillance and basically doing those things that you can do to make sure that your school is as physically safe as an environment as possible without turning it into a prison or a fortress. But then there's a whole nother arm of school safety called psychological safety. And that really is all about school climate and culture. It's really focusing on social emotional learning curriculums. It's teaching kids emotional regulation and problem solving and how to collaborate and how to appropriately communicate with each other. And what we do know, and there's very clear data that shows that when you focus on that social emotional learning, you have a safer school climate, which also helps increase academic achievement. So the big push is really to be proactive and help every student feel connected and feel like somebody cares. Because it's all prevention. It's all about connectedness and relationships with these types of individuals. If you're connected and you feel that someone cares, and you have the skills to be able to be successful, and successful does not always mean that you make the most money or that you have the greatest GPA, but when you have skills needed to be successful in life, you don't want or feel the need to conduct an act of school violence. So it really is about prevention.
Wow, psychological safety. So what are some of the ways teachers could identify students who don't feel psychologically safe?
Yeah, so that's what we're really trying to focus on, is to do a better job of kind of what we call early detection of students that need support. And so we're looking at a couple different things. We're looking at how engaged are they in regards to, social relationships. Are they a student who seems to be, have the social skills to be accepted and well liked, and they have friends around them, and they do a good job of getting along with others? Or do we have a student who's more withdrawn? Now, granted, some by nature of personality, they're just more shy. Okay, they're not always outgoing. But what we're really looking for is those that are disconnected, that don't seem to want to be involved with others. Oftentimes, they might be struggling academically. Or we just see that they struggle to regulate their emotions, so they tend to anger a lot easier, or they really kind of go within their shell and they shut down. And so we're really trying to work with teachers to identify those students who are in need of various supports, whether it be academically, socially, emotionally, and then get some things put in place that we can really help them, be more successful and learn the skills that are needed.
Well, that's all for today on The Underlying Issue. Thank you again, Dr. Reeves, for coming out and speaking with us today. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Underlying Issue and hit the subscribe button for new episodes every Friday.